You are listening to the Audacity with Warren and Jamie.
You don't stop.
Shame that they can't get it together. You know, it's one of those DJ Cassidy passing mics, the newest one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And Duran and Q ain't even on here.
From Jagged Edge.
Yeah.
No respect, man.
Huh?
No respect.
Wait, Q Parker?
Yeah, they fell out again, man.
112?
Mm-hmm.
112.
Yep.
Yeah, what's one?
Okay, yeah. I was
But
like,
Q told me, he you know, and it's funny. He said, well, I've been doing this since I was 12. I'm tired. I don't want to still be, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. He said, he said, by the time you 16, 17, you might not even be in that life like that no more and don't want to do it no more, but you got to now because you got these cars, houses, this group to take care,
Trap.
Yeah. And I think if somebody made you choose your career at 12.
Wow.
Yeah. And think about that. I was like, damn.
Yeah. So, you ready to start?
Yeah,
Let's get it.
All right. What's going on?
Wait, is it recording right now?
It is. I'm sorry.
See.
You gotta be ready.
You know
man.
what? You do this all the time. I'm going to be better.
Whenever you
I'm
enter
just
the
gonna
space,
anticipate
you on.
Okay. Hello.
What's going on, bro?
How are you?
I'm good, man.
Oh, look. Okay.
I'm
I was
good.
concerned.
No, I'm
that,
good.
That
Nah.
sound effect didn't sound good.
That was the processing. It's like,
Okay, all right.
It's like the check-in,
Yeah.
how am I doing?
Okay.
Really?
Truly.
Sincerely.
But before we get to you,
Oh, okay.
you guys, the viewers,
I guess it's their podcast.
it's about them right now.
Hello.
What's up, guys? Love and gratitude portion. We love you. We could not do this without you. You, the viewer, the supporter, the buyer. Shout out to everybody
The
that's bought a
buyer.
candle, everyone that's visited the website, everyone that hits us up on our social media platforms. We love you. I mean, I guess we could do this without you, but it's so much fun with you here. We love you.
Yeah.
Because then we wouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah, we wouldn't. You guys could be anywhere else on the internet. You guys could be looking up how to get the acid stains off of a concrete carport and figure out how to clean, like what's the best way to clean a carport, and really like dig down deep into it. It's been a long weekend.
Oh my God. You had an ex-girlfriend visit? Acid in your driveway. What's going on, bro?
But instead of being any of those places, you're not there on the internet. You're here.
Yes.
And we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Love you.
Gratitude.
All day. And love.
Yes.
Well, Warren,
Yes.
how are you?
Bro, let me tell you, some crazy shit happened to me yesterday, bro.
What happened?
So yesterday, I'm asleep. I decided to sleep and I canceled like 2 dates because I really needed to rest.
Well, you had 2 dates on one day.
I'm trying to get a ring.
Okay.
It's hard out here.
All
That's
right.
a full-time, dating's a full-time job.
Yeah.
And I'm exhausted.
Okay.
But yeah, so I canceled that shit because I really wanted to sleep in. And when I woke up, I saw the missed call from my mom. And she texted me like, call me when you get this. So I was like, oh my God, who died?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. And I was really disappointed because I definitely need to use some bereavement time. So that kind of sucked. She was like, yo, your uncle's been kind of sick and he wants to like get some edibles because he can't smoke like he used to. And he called me. I don't know why. I said, yo, what does that say about you? And then she was like, but I told him I knew someone that could help him. So I'm calling you. So I had to talk to my mom and my uncle on the phone yesterday about the difference between smoking marijuana and doing edibles. Something I never thought I would have to do.
Were you able to break it down?
I broke it down so well. They were like, oh my God, my mom was so impressed. She usually would like really talk shit about me smoking, but she was like, I had no idea. I said, are you open to trying it now? She said, I'm not there yet. I said, okay.
Okay, well,
that's a life mission of mine.
It's education first.
Look, and my uncle was like, hell yeah, give me some of them edibles.
Yeah, man.
Because I can't smoke like I used to. He said, and I just had to, break down the different kinds of highs. It was,
You're on the road to smoking with your mom.
I am this close.
You're right there, bro.
I am this
You're
close.
right
I just got to get her to stop calling it pot.
Yes.
And dope.
And plural weeds.
Like we're not doing crack. Like what is dope? It's not that serious. So yeah, that's been my recap. What's going on with you?
So as I mentioned earlier, I was pressure washing the driveway this weekend.
Yeah, what happened?
Nothing. So I was in the problem like, oh man, I was watching these YouTube videos about like resurfacing the driveway and doing this whole thing, and those YouTube rabbit holes, man, they'll just take you to a place, especially the home. It's kind of like how kids watch like people play their favorite video game.
Yes.
I love watching people do home improvement stuff. I'm like, oh man, I can do this and that. And then I go outside and all this pollen everywhere attacking me. I can't breathe. Allergies. spring season.
It's crazy when you say kids watching people play video games. I was like, I'm childish. Feel attacked.
No, but I mean, well, you know.
Right.
Gamers,
so,
yeah.
You was just pressure washing your driveway? What happened?
I mean, yeah, I was just cleaning it. It was dirty.
You are so responsible.
Well, I mean, you know.
I fuck with that.
I mean, I'm just living my life.
My room is dirty right now, and you out here cleaning the driveway.
I didn't say my room wasn't dirty. I said my driveway.
I just try to help you, bro. You didn't have to do that.
Also, so I went to Kennesaw Mountain last week.
Uh-huh.
My production team
Right.
from our short film gonna be coming out soon.
Talent.
Theater near you. But we did a team building exercise. We went out and hiked Kennesaw Mountain.
Oh yeah, I was like, that's a real team building exercise.
Yeah.
Working out with people reveals a lot about them.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see their grit,
their
determination.
Yeah.
If they just say no, like I'm not doing it.
And how much time it's going to take for you to finish the job. So
That part.
it was a great time, building rapport with each other outside of the work that we do. So,
Right.
dope. That was dope. Also went to the gathering spot. They had a 5-year celebration gala yesterday.
That's dope.
It was.
They've been open for 5 years.
5 years,
Crazy.
man. It's a networking space with a lot of black tech creatives and everything. Like kind of gather and kind of just kind of sharpen each other.
It's funny you brought this up because I know you've been a member for a minute, and I was getting my hair did, and my homegirl was like, "Yo, you ever been to the gathering spot?" I said, "Yeah, I went once for a holiday party." She's like, "Well, if you know somebody that worked there, you should go with them because they get a free person to go with them, and they'll serve you breakfast and do all this other kind of stuff." I said, "Damn, that's crazy because Jamie ain't never mentioned that." I didn't know he been going to the gathering spot. Man, you should
eat
come.
breakfast? I didn't even know you be eating breakfast like that.
Okay, I eat breakfast.
All right, I don't wake up till like noon.
Yeah, I
so-
know you don't. I just
so
need your information
if
to
you're
get in
trying,
there.
well, you need me up in there. It's
Well,
some
you
members
gotta
only.
get up. You gotta get up, bro.
All right.
It's breakfast.
All right, I see what I do.
And potential mates up
All right,
I need
I struggle-
access.
Yeah, I had a date.
It be your own niggas, y'all.
I had a date for breakfast one time.
At the gathering spot?
I think it was at the gathering spot. Yeah. They didn't work. I didn't make it.
Okay.
So
You win some, you lose some.
clearly. With all that being said, we have another guest. I mean,
Yes.
It's so quiet. Everybody just thinks it's us here.
Yeah.
But we have another person here.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, man. Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey,
Thanks
man.
for having me. Yeah.
Thanks for being here, bro.
Nah, it's good, man. It's a perfect day for it. Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday,
for sure.
rainy Sunday. Come on.
Who are you and why are you here?
I'm here to help with the driveway. You support me inside.
He's a contractor.
Yes.
He was here while we were recording. He just pulled him up the mic. No, this is the infamous Dwayne Boyd.
Yes.
You can find him on Dwayne Boyd Photography.
Dwayne Boyd Photography, Premier Actors Network, and just all over Instagram, Facebook, and now TikTok. I went down a TikTok rabbit hole because I love TikTok. I love it. Yeah.
Also, he's also my acting coach.
Yes.
So anytime I've talked about going to acting classes, this is where I'm going.
Yeah,
so
man, pan down.
if you see something and I'm terrible, it's his fault.
All me. Nah, he's good. He's good. He's really good. I think that the thing I noticed about you, man, is that you play this certain type of everyman that everybody can relate to, and it's fun to watch because your reactions to me are just so honest. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when I'm watching you, I'm in the scene. You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
it.
That's the biggest compliment you give an actor, man, when you feel like you're invested in the scene.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you mentioned you do photography.
I do.
Got my headshots with you all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So photography, headshots. What else are some of the other kind of?
It's funny because
realms of
photography was kind of by default. I used to have a guy, Richard Mellinger, who used to do all my actor shots for my classes, and he ended up moving to LA. And I couldn't find anybody to kind of, offer the price and the quality. And he told me one day, he said, "Why don't you just do it?" I said, "I don't know what I'm doing." He said, "Just look at my stuff and I'll teach you." And that started the whole photography. Because I never thought about being a photographer. I knew nothing about photography.
Right.
And now I know about f-stop and all this other stuff, lighting and everything.
Aperture.
Man. Yeah. Come on, man. I'm still learning. You'll always be learning. Always perfecting your
right.
craft. But I do that. I do real estate. I got real estate last few years. It's been very profitable. My partner, Tandy Hayden, she's part in a lot of things I do. Of course, with the self-tape business, the set coaching has been real profitable as of late as well because I'm starting to get called by studios. Like Netflix is calling on a regular basis to come coach.
Oh, okay.
So that's been great. Even if it's just an interview, it's just the fact that I'm on the radar.
Right.
You were the coach, one of the coaches on Raising Dion.
Still am.
Right?
We're in the second season. Yeah, we're second season. We're halfway through our second season. So I've been working with the kids on the show, and Josiah's really been doing well this season from just his growth from last. Because last season he was 7, turning 8. First season on the show, he's number 2 on the call sheet.
Right.
You know, I think anybody, man, you see a kid handle that kind of pressure that young.
His name's in the title.
Yeah, he's
Raising Dion.
Raising
That's
Dion,
me.
right.
They're raising me.
That's him. Right. So he's been doing his thing, man. But I don't know if I could handle that at that age. You know what I'm saying? I look back and I was just playing in the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This kid is number 2 on the call sheet on the series, running lines every day and doing his thing. So yeah, it was, man.
I mean, these kids in general these days, this generation of kids, like they're different. They're like operate differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't handle it. I keep watching the Stranger Things kids get older, and it's too much, honestly, for me. I'm like, what happened, 11? What's going on? Yeah, like, it's really impressive, like, just seeing their range of emotion, like, what they're able to convey and understand.
You know, they come out the womb playing with iPads now.
Right.
You know, it's just different, man. So, watching these kids grow up and become young adults is something else. But a lot of my kids are working now. Summer Fontana, she was in our class from 5 years old. She's in X-Men now.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
You know, so Tyler Harris, she's on that show for life, you know, and Dream's daughter, and they just doing their thing. So it's funny because watching these kids is young. Like DJ Watts, he just booked. He's on Mighty Ducks now.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I had no clue.
The reboot.
Yeah,
Disney reboot.
No,
It's a series.
like
It's a series.
Yeah, so it's like after the show.
He plays Sam on there, and he's watching these kids go from young to figuring it out to getting it, and then now they series regulars on shows.
Yeah, it's incredible, man.
Man.
So that's been our guest intro.
Yes.
And now it's still Women's Month.
It is.
Is it still March?
It is March.
They get a whole month.
Pisces season.
That's
Pisces
dope.
season.
You know, I'm glad they get one of these.
Your Pisces. Your Pisces.
No, my roommate is.
Okay.
She's like, it's my birthday almost.
This is a Capricorn sponsor.
Oh,
Gang
okay.
gangs.
Both y'all Capricorn, both y'all?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why y'all get along so well. I get it now. Okay.
Put that out there. So this is still March. I'm glad that women get one of the 31-day months.
They deserve it.
For sure.
Absolutely.
With that being said, do you have any news about any kind of women history at all?
I don't. What about you?
I do. Dorothy Counts.
What's up? What's
You know
going on with
Dorothy
Dorothy?
Counts?
Never heard of Dorothy Counts.
So Dorothy Counts was the first black woman to go to a high school, all white high school in the U.S.
Wow.
God bless Dorothy.
Can you imagine?
I can only imagine.
Hell
man.
no. The only one in the school?
The only one?
That's not the iconic picture that we see where this black girl's walking and it's a bunch of white kids.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
that picture gives me stress, bro.
Yes,
That picture,
yes.
man. Let me tell you
It's
something.
because it's like
You just see it. You see
you
it.
see like the anger and everything on their
Right.
face, and then her kind of her balance, you know,
Poise.
and her poise is the
Just
way.
like-
her grace, just like I have one job and that's to go to
Right.
class.
Hashtag unbothered.
Yeah,
Man, let me tell
Okay.
you something, man. If I can have a time machine,
man.
you know, go back and help that sister. That was just seeing that picture. I can only imagine what she went through, just day to day, moment to
real.
moment.
Yeah.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't that's.
If I had a time machine, I'd go back to Christopher Columbus's boat. Push that nigga off.
Came here to claim something that was already claimed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
And we've been celebrating it for years. Crazy.
Idiots.
How long were we? The fact that we like growing up, I just know Christopher Columbus Day is a
Yes.
holiday. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yes.
it's one of them days.
Yeah, of course.
And then I'm like, hold on, wait, what?
We done put on a tribute for this nigga like in a play.
Like,
Ashamed.
there's a whole thing. Like, there's a Thanksgiving thing. It was a murder. Nobody talked. It's
No.
crazy.
But just imagine what's been erased.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know, what we haven't, known about. So this is, but I'm sitting looking at these pictures over here, man. Our history is what we're told, but not what we're not showed enough of the. That's why I think Black Panther did so well because it was finally seeing us like this is who we are. This is it. This is it.
Yeah,
You know?
and it wasn't just painful.
Right.
I think like sometimes we get like fixated on like black trauma porn,
Right.
like Hall,
Right.
and that can be a lot back to back, to back to
I had to
back.
stop watching slave movies, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
It was making me depressed. I
Yeah.
couldn't, and I went to the Bahamas. I went to the Pompeii Museum in the Bahamas.
Okay.
Man, let me tell you something. It just shows us how resilient we are as people because they went through. From what I saw in the museum, I was ready to go. That was the first stop of the vacation we was on. And my whole vacation, I was down there like, I'm ready to go. I can't stay there. And I was seeing how they was treating the people, the locals,
Right.
like the people that were at the resort and stuff. I was like, man,
They,
nah.
like
It's
when
trash.
traveling to those, less developed countries, people there's always some kind of like a class angst.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't
even
like
with like tourists, depending on which place you go to. It's really interesting.
I don't
Crazy.
Uh,
Because it's Women's Month.
Yes.
Sorry, guys.
it's all good.
We have a segment that we got to do. Wrap it up. Women that inspire us.
We did that already.
We did not do women that inspire us.
No, we did it like last episode.
We do it every episode.
Oh, every episode
for Women's Month.
Oh,
every episode.
Yeah.
I see your bronisha.
No, I'm good.
Acting up early.
No, I'm good. Because it's great that we're doing it today because we obviously have, unlimited amount of women that inspire us.
Period.
So what's another week? Warren,
Yes.
you have a woman that inspires you?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the woman that I have chosen today is Diana Ross. So I really used to give Diana Ross a lot of shit.
Why is
I
that?
used to be like, Stephanie Mills, she was the original Dorothy, and then you just came out of nowhere. She had to put in a lot of work. She had to raise like a lot of fucking talented ass kids. All her kids talented. Okay, she had to like go through several different marriages. And she just wouldn't stop. Like, and I admire you. Look at me, because I see the hustle. I too am looking for a white billionaire. Diana, if you can hear this, call me.
Yeah.
I need to know your secrets. Yeah, no, I just game recognized game. And Diana Ross, you played it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got one.
What?
I'm gonna go with. Can I do two?
Yeah.
Because I know we don't usually do that.
You okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, you do.
I've been doing two all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say every second.
But so I'm gonna go with one Serena Williams.
Hell yeah.
Because pick a reason.
Pick
right?
a reason.
Greatest athlete of all time.
All time.
And what I kind of also like, I'm inspired from a younger sibling standpoint. Because Venus was our older sister, and they were both like doing a thing. And we could always see Serena had like unlimited talent. Back even when Venus was like had more trophies and everything.
Right.
And then but to like continue past everybody's like thought process and everybody's like goals for her is incredible. What she's been able to accomplish.
Yeah.
My second one is my friends that are mothers. Yeah.
Shout out to the moms.
Shout out to the moms, man.
Moms,
like
That's in our community.
Exactly,
Yes.
man. It's like so I have I have a number of friends that are new moms and everything like that. And Keshler was a mom. Is a mom. Currently. Brandis, who's previously on one of our episodes. But so to like know them from our friendship standpoint and to like hear about their just the different things, like the different world that they are in now that they're moms, and kind of the things that they're, I won't say responsible for, but that they contribute to now. It's incredible.
They gotta do all this shit and raise a human.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And you already said it. So yeah. So yeah, shout out to them.
Okay.
Dwayne,
Yeah, I do. I want to, and this is gonna sound a little cliche, but my acting teacher in high school, Miss Bassa.
Oh wow.
She saw something very early, man, and I always remember that. Because it's important as a teacher to inspire the youth by telling them things. And she would always say, "Mr. Boyd, you playing around here, but you can really do something with this." And here I am, years later, an acting coach and an actor, and I didn't understand it because at the time there was not a whole lot of black folks on TV and stuff. So I was like, "What?" What are you talking about? And I tried to reach out to her just to tell her thank you. And I'm in the process of writing a book, and I want to dedicate the book to her. And I think right when I reached out to her, she had passed away, like maybe a year earlier.
Wow.
But then I saw her obituary, man, and she had done all these amazing things. Like her husband was a retired military officer, and she was she was going back and doing things for theater programs in the community and stuff. So she made her mark. So I definitely want to honor her and just tell her thank you for seeing something in me when I didn't even see it in myself.
That's awesome.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's awesome.
Rest in power.
Yes, Miss Bassett.
So
Van Horn, yeah.
to the women, thank you all.
Absolutely.
Until next month.
Cheers.
Cheers, right? Cheers.
So with that being said, real quick, so which high school? Like where?
I'm
did you go to high school?
from Kansas City, Missouri. Van Horn
okay.
class of '90s, Falcons. Van Horn Falcons. We still real tight. All my classmates, we get together any chance we get. We still got a Facebook group that we all stay connected, which is really, we're one of those rare classes that really like each other. You know what I'm saying? So we all kind of still. I mean, to this day, like one of our friends just passed away. We went home. Robert Frazier passed, and I get to see a lot of my classmates just checking in on Robert.
Right.
So yeah, it's good to have that camaraderie. Because I didn't go to college long. I went to college for a little while and then ended up leaving and starting my career.
Okay.
But I went to college. That's why I met Janelle Monáe. Was in college. That's how we became real cool and started coaching her. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I almost went on a date with Janelle Monáe.
How did that happen?
Man, you remember that concert we was at? We were at the concert, and it was a Jadena performance thing.
Classic,
she was just having to be there, supporting.
Yeah.
And she had walked past me, and I was like, "Oh, it's not a Janelle Monáe." And I was like, "I'm gonna go say something to her,"
Might as well.
Walked up to her, and then my voice didn't come out, so she kept going. And then I turned around, and that was it. We almost.
You had your one shot. She's real cool, man. She's mad. She should have been so receptive. She
missed out.
She did miss out.
But that randomly brings me to our next topic.
What's our next topic?
Have you guys heard about this Derrick Jaxon situation?
Yeah.
I didn't really know who he was before.
Neither did I.
Any of this. But Derrick Jaxon he's a pastor, right?
I don't know what he
was never a pastor.
He wasn't a pastor?
No, he was just a relationship expert, supposedly.
Motivational speaker, I guess. He used to tell women what they should do to get a man.
Or get out of a relationship for whatever reason.
How do you be finding these jobs? That wasn't in my course, curriculum of possible majors when I was.
I asked. I said, "Well, did he have any education in this? Because I guess anybody can start. See, the thing is, if you're in a relationship, relationships are hard.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be telling nobody else what they should be doing until you figure out what you need to be doing, and then even still, should you be telling them because everything's different. So that was crazy to me.
So anyway, relationship guru, personality, influencer, all the thing. But apparently he was caught cheating on his wife once or twice or 3 times.
Yeah, so the girl that he invited to his family home was messing around with her there. She started taking pictures in their bed, in the living room, in the kids' room, and she just posted them.
Crazy.
See, that's why you don't do that.
That part.
You go to their house.
I was like, you cheated at your house?
But did the mistress know she was married and all that?
Yeah.
So she did it on purpose.
Yeah, she did it on purpose because he made his living off of telling people I don't feel bad for cheaters, and this is what y'all should be doing.
And shaming
He went on Kevin Hart. He went on everybody. Anybody that did anything wrong, he was there to say, "See, I don't like this because they should have did this."
Yep.
And you doing the same thing.
There's so many kind of hypocrites in that kind of in just the public eye, because they feel like they have to put on that persona.
And it's usually those kind of people, whatever demon you're battling, those people typically are much harsher, with other people's situation. I'm like, you're dealing with that.
Because they're judging themselves in that.
They are.
So, I mean, it was interesting to see kind of it blow up because it was kind of bubbling, and then on social media just took a whole nother beast,
it became a whole, man. And I feel sorry for the wife.
Yes.
Because she's really, really the victim here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I say that all the time because I said, okay, she clearly doesn't understand what's happening here, and she's trying to defend this, and there's no defense in this.
Right.
You just...
And even the video where he was kind of, I guess, coming clean to his audience and everything like that. They were holding her hand, but it was a 5-minute video.
She looked like Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah,
She was
yeah,
kidnapped.
it
I was looking at
She
her.
didn't say nothing the whole time.
No, she really didn't. But also, if you really cared about her, you could have let her get dressed. He had on this cashmere sweater. She had just rolled out of bed.
Yeah,
he was ready.
He was like, "Get up." And the chair was there. She was like, "What's happening?" He's like, "Hold my hand."
Right.
Press play.
What is going
crazy.
on? I cheated on her. Yes, I did it
several times.
I enjoy it. I have demons like everybody. And me, she
he ruined his career. He had a real good, thriving career. What he could have done was go ahead, I guess, if you go end it, and then just say, hey, look, I didn't make it, but this is what I know I need to fix it. He could have did this a whole different situation, but he was just sloppy with it. Man.
Yeah. But I mean, I think he showed exactly who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even that there was, I think he did a follow-up video to his video where he's kind of chastising himself in the third person.
He wasn't chastising himself. He was, kind of giving himself credit.
Yes. It's very narcissistic.
Man, what?
It was weird seeing it.
Credit? What do you mean credit?
He was talking to himself in the third person, I know he's helped a lot of people, and while the video's playing,
so he was. Oh wow.
He's talking about himself real crazy.
In a side by side.
Yeah.
Man, look.
Insane.
Yeah.
And then he tried to sell the book at the end of the thing. Because I was sitting there looking at it, because I didn't know who this guy was until this happened. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting looking at the end. He tries to drop, I got 50% off of the book that, I actually dealt with this in my book years ago. I said, man.
Right. Either this
was he tried to sell himself his own book.
Yeah. Either this was a brilliant publicity stunt, or he, like you say, he's ruined his career.
I mean,
hopefully it's the latter.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of, but with that being said, before this incident, right, he still had thousands of followers. You know what I'm saying? So there are a number of people that were already looking to him for advice, for that kind of mentorship or whatever, and getting it from him. So they have some level of acceptance for his person. You know what I mean?
I just got to say the audacity. That's perfect. That's perfect. There you go.
That guy's audacious as hell.
You heard it here first.
Yeah,
that's
how
crazy.
can you, man?
Yeah.
How can I just don't understand it.
Yeah. But
Well, enough about that nigga.
enough about that. Let's get to some real news.
Yes.
And with that being said, let's go to real mother news.
Y'all know that's my favorite segment because I be watching stuff, and I know y'all be watching stuff. I like to talk about something I've been watching.
What you been watching?
So I recently started watching this new animated series. For those of you who have Amazon Prime, it's called Invincible. It's essentially like The Boys, which is also on Amazon Prime, but like an animated series. It's Sandra Oh, J.K. Simmons, Mahershala Ali, John Hamm, star-studded.
Put that in my list.
Zazie Beetz, just a really good cast. And it's interesting. It's dark as fuck. It's like, it kind of reminds me of like a DC comic for those of you who like animated films. This series is definitely right up your alley. If you like The Boys, you'll definitely like this.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, I love the boy. I love the first season. I didn't watch the second season. Was the second season good?
Fire.
Okay, better than the first.
Better than the first.
Okay, I'm gonna add it to my list.
Bro, it's crazy.
Invincible.
I think I'm one more episode of the first season I gotta watch. You know I'll be slow.
Of The Boys?
The
Oh,
Boys.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're almost on the first season.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
First season was good. It's real good.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Second season.
I'll be everywhere.
Yeah, no, look,
Yeah.
it's a whole Ponderosa outside. We
It's,
understand.
it's a whole Panera bread
get it.
going on.
There's
You
too
know
much
what I'm
going
saying? I got
Right.
I've been watching something.
What you been watching?
It's this show. It's like a variety kind of show.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you heard of it. It's actually a black show. It's pretty dope.
Oh, what?
In Living Color.
What?
So it's like this guy, Keenan Dwayne. Him and his like a couple of his relatives started like this little startup TV show. It's a sick like a.
You mean the show like from back in the day?
No, it's like
It's new?
hold on, let me see.
Yeah, because I don't. You talking about
Yeah,
Living Color
1990, huh?
with James Carey, not Jim. James.
That wasn't
Yeah.
I saw. Oh, like look at Jim go up there.
Yes. That was
Jim
James.
Carrey was holding it down, man.
Bruh, hilarious.
Yeah, but Keenan, I've been watching that recently. Just old episodes of that, and surprisingly, man, it still holds up, man. I'm just, it's so interesting seeing like the conversation of some of their skits and kind of like the the theme of what they were like, what they're trying to communicate, and how a lot of it's still like relevant today.
It
They
was
set the
fearless.
foundation. They said for sketch comedy, they set the foundation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some of the great characters and actors, but I really enjoyed Damon Wayans.
He was a breakout for that show.
Yeah,
Him and Jim Carrey.
So funny.
They held the whole thing, man.
I have a story for you. Robert Townsend told me that because he used to write on the show.
Okay.
And he said that Damon and Jim would leave 14-hour days, go down to a local diner in L.A. And sit up to 2 or 3 in the morning and just write and create characters. That's how they came up with Handyman, Fire Marshal Bill, all that stuff. He said they would try it, but because they had to audition for Keenan.
Right.
So they would audition the characters to see if Keenan liked it. He's like, nah. And then he was like, hey, remember that Fire Marshal you did? Let's do it today. So he was always, but it shows you their dedication to the craft.
Right.
Absolutely.
They would just sit in the diner for hours. I mean, you had to be right back on set the next morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been watching that. Speaking of Robert Townsend, Hollywood Shuffle I saw the other day.
Classic.
Another movie that holds up.
Still relevant.
Still relevant. You haven't seen it? It's
You got to see it.
It's
Just
like a cult classic movie,
Yeah.
man.
I'm ashamed. When y'all were talking about it, I felt
Well, it
I
came
felt
out in
my
'87.
black
It came out in
verse slipping out of my
'87.
hand.
So
I was
man,
like,
you get it. It came out in '87.
Okay, all right.
So I mean, do you know of it?
No.
You know nothing about it?
No.
So it's a like a satire that Robert Townsend created about kind of him as an actor finding roles and kind of dealing with the stereotypes of the like the pimps and like all those negative roles. Like, those are the only ones that he could usually get. But he made like a satire about that world back then. He was like, and even kind of mocking it to where he would, if you have, a lot of the actors would have like actual like British well-speaking accents and everything. But then they had to play like a pimp with like goldfish in their thing. So
no, man, he glad you say that because this was his real experience.
Right.
He wrote the movie and he financed it with his own credit cards, $40,000 of debt.
Wow.
His own credit. He took, we recently went to St. Thomas. Not too long ago for vacation, me, him, and my boy John Wheatley, and he had so
you
many
went to
stories.
St. Thomas with Meteor Man.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. That's a great guy.
That's like
Right.
No, he was he's just so much knowledge. Like I didn't know, which I don't know. He wrote Eddie Murphy's Raw. Him and Keenan wrote Raw for Eddie
I knew
Murphy.
that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know
Yeah.
Keenan wrote it. I knew
Him and Keenan, they were writing partners for forever, man. They still are, but they talking for a long time. He's just, just being around that guy, man, I learned so much. And to see hear you say that and just knowing that he still has that impact, man, that reach, man. And if you see it, you'll like it, man. This is
I'm definitely gonna check it out now.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Have you been watching anything?
I have. I know I said I was going to talk about I Care a Lot, which is a great movie, by the way. But what I've been watching recently is this YouTube thing called The Conspiracy of Everything. And it's 3 hours and 44 minutes long, so I'll watch it in pieces. Okay. But it goes through anything that you consider a conspiracy theory, they tied us all into this big-ass movie. And I tell you, man, it just talks about so much. But you guys know about why the school system was created, right?
No.
Well, the school system was created.
Go on.
The school system was created back in the early 1900s. The Rockefellers were, and they wanted to create workers. So what they would do is they teach all these people how to be workers and go work in the factories. Create a strong economy. So we now go to school, take tests, do what we're told, whatever. So you're conditioning to come out, not to be an entrepreneur, but to go work for somebody, go work in a factory. Right. And I was like blown away because I felt like I never fit in school. I said, what am I missing here? This is not what I want to do. I went to college. I went to the military to go pay for college. Went to college. I said, I don't want to do this. What am I wasting my time for? Yeah. My college was paid for. Yeah. And I said, I'm not doing this. But it just made me realize that I said, okay, we were conditioned to be with. It's predictive programming. You get a test. You pass test. You're good. You're bad. You don't pass test. You're bad. What is that telling you? So now you're looking for approval from whoever the boss is now, and that's how they created the school system.
I mean, that's crazy. Even like the way that we kind of treat kids' future, and we ask them like, "Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And it's like, a lot of stuff that people become, they had no idea when they were a kid that they were even interested in. You don't know, right? You don't know. And even like, the kid, forcing a kid to kind of fit themselves in a role is like, okay, well, I could do this because of, whether they make money or, I like seeing people play basketball, so I want to be a basketball player and all these things, as opposed to just giving, kids and everything all the tools that they need to do to make their own decisions.
Montessori schools, that's why they do that.
Yeah, because unfortunately, a lot of people are only as they'll only be as big as their environment.
Right.
And if you never get to see opportunities like you were just saying, who knew you could become a Derrick Jaxon and sell millions of books? No education needed.
Yeah. But a lot of people have done that. You remember the Call Me Now, Chloe. She was like that. You got the guy that wrote the Million Pieces book or whatever. He lied about it. Yeah, so this is never going to stop. Because we'll be talking about somebody else next year.
Yeah, 100%.
But man. But when I found that out, but this conspiracy, everything just kind of covers a whole bunch of things. You don't get me into it because I'm really big on things the government had done, and because that's why we're so afraid of taking this vaccine.
No,
because
you're absolutely right.
We know.
Please strike this from the conversation. Thank you. But you're right.
But I'm just saying. That's why we feel the need to be like a little hesitant about things because we come to this history of that.
I mean, I think black people have enough reasons to be patient with their trust.
Big facts.
Yeah. So there's another movie coming out. You got anything coming out?
Bro, y'all, Wednesday, Godzilla versus King Kong.
Is that Wednesday?
Bro, Wednesday.
I've been waiting on this since I was a kid.
Finally coming out,
Today's
right?
Today. Bro, I'm Team King Kong. Y'all know I've been taking bets.
King Kong.
Team King Kong, he about to beat Godzilla.
Okay, so that's who you going with. Okay.
Yeah. Versus Godzilla?
Who you going with?
I can tell you ain't seen the trailer. Go ahead.
Who you going with?
Trailer?
I can tell you.
Godzilla, what you mean?
Okay. He can spit fire on it, but I'm going to tell you this. I feel like they're going to make it to where, and this is my prediction, I think it's going to be a draw between them because they see the potential, and they're going to have to team up to fight something else. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, yeah.
I like this.
Yeah,
I don't mind teaming up.
Also, don't like you spoiling a possible movie.
There's a lot of theories. It's a theory. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. That would be genius for them.
No, that would be.
That would be genius because if they let one of them lose,
right?
You know what I'm saying? They're going to okay, that's a potential. And that's smart. It's smart marketing. Like, how can you stretch it out to... We're talking Fast and Furious 20. Why not Godzilla and King Kong 20?
And there are hella monsters
in
the Godzilla universe.
Come on, man. I used to race home to watch Godzilla back in the day when it was just guys walking around in rubber suits.
Right.
That was Rodan. Yeah, no, the cartoons in 60. The show was in 60. But I watched them, it would still come on.
Oh, okay. You watch reruns.
Exactly. It looked like it was probably filmed not too long ago. Back then. You know what I'm saying?
There's also White Tiger. I haven't seen it, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've seen most of it. I got it because I don't know how y'all have time to watch all these series. I have to watch movies in bits and pieces.
Gotcha.
So I've been watching, but I'm halfway through it, man. It's phenomenal. The performances are great. I feel like
what's it about?
It's about classism. We talked about it earlier in
the Indian culture.
Yeah, and it's so much to it, man, because you start to realize that a lot of these like I feel like they wouldn't pluck people off the street and say, you want to do a movie? Come here. Come here and lay here and say this. You know, it's that authentic. It's that gritty. It's just, you know, we go back to movies like Slumdog Millionaire, what's that, the Brazilian kids, City of God. Those are movies that are like, you can tell they're not acting. This is who they are. That's what this movie has.
That City of God movie was...
Come on, man. Got me terrified to go to Brazil. I don't want little Zeke running up on me.
You know what I'm saying? It's incredible. But so I was always interested in the Indian like culture and like the caste system kind of thing.
You would love this.
I watched a movie with Kumar a while ago called, I think it's called Namesake.
Okay.
And how he talks about it's like a story like an Indian American, or Kumar, he comes to America with his family, but his parents are from India, so he's like more Americanized, and they're like battling with their whole namesake. But a lot of great things. But like I said, who has the time?
Man, I'm
at
so
the same
far
time,
behind.
It's pandemic time. So.
I'm so far behind. I didn't see stuff I'm in. That's how far behind I am.
With that being said, great time moving to our guest segment.
Yes.
And that's you.
Yeah. That's good.
The moment you all have been waiting for.
Yes. Do you want me to do the driveway now or when we're done?
It should have been done yesterday, but we're.
Got you.
I guess we'll push something else.
Got you.
Yeah. You got any questions?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let me put on my interview voice. All right. Producer.
Yes.
Director. Actor. Writer. Photographer. Instructor. I mean, all the hats. You're wearing all of them.
Yeah.
Share some of the hats, man.
It's funny because I never set out to do any of this. That's the funny thing about it. It just kind of fell in my lap.
Right.
Yeah.
As someone who is wearing so many different hats, I'm very curious to hear about which one is your favorite and why.
I can sit here and say all of them, but to be honest with you, I think just helping others, man. Just actors, working with actors. That's the most purest form of the art for me because I get to see them create something, especially improv is truly where the artist gets to create. But I'm starting to see that, the reach is so much different when you help them finally get it. You know what I'm saying? When they, have those aha moments like we see in class all the time. And people just really start to allow themselves to be vulnerable, be open. And that's the best thing to see, man. And I can tell that, you've had an impact because when somebody books something, they'll call me, Dwayne, I just booked something. Hey, congratulations. I got to call you back. I got to call my mama. You know what I'm saying? That's when you've had an impact. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the best part of it, man, is just being around actors, man. Just love my people, And I love writing. I'm starting to write a lot more. I've developed some shows and concepts, and you have control there. But it's creation in all of this.
Right.
So if I could take a creative part of all of it and just make it one big job, I would do that. But I think part of it is just seeing the actors get it, man. I love that.
Yeah. I love that. I say all the time, like, it's an honor to be a pebble on someone's path.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So how do you kind of, as an actor, right? Our job is to kind of, deliver the rawest performance, right? But sometimes, that means kind of grabbing that emotion from a place where it might not necessarily have been ready to come out yet. So how do you balance, like, when you're having like your own processing of emotions and at the same time having to deliver it on screen?
Some people are really good at pretending, and I think that's a thing that's a skill that we all should be able to have, because you want to be able to compartmentalize things and not have to take that stuff home with you. I went through this, really lost my mom this year. That was the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with, and that pain stayed with me, and it's still with me, of course. But I don't want to have to always drudge up certain memories, and that's the hardest thing, man. And that's why I said I think therapy is key. After you come off a role, I get it when Michael B. Jordan said he finished Killmonger, he had to go to therapy because you take yourself to a dark place. Yeah. And a lot of us are not trained as acting coaches to get you off that ledge when we pushed you so far. I tell people all the time, class is not therapy, and a lot of people try to substitute for that, but you need to really talk to a therapist. And I think that's a delicate balance, man. I used to be in a class with this girl. I don't want to say her name. But not too long ago, her mother had passed. And every night, every scene, she would cry. Every scene. Every time we did a scene. Scene didn't call crying sometimes. She would just start crying. And I was like, okay, she needs to go talk to somebody because this is bigger than this. You know what I'm saying? I know she was really dealing with that. So I've seen the good and the bad of that, man. And you just got to know how to figure out how to help people, but not, and I think that's why we paid a lot of money to do what we do, because we're pushed to be emotional and go to these dark places and everything, man. That's where we get the greatest performances, man. But unfortunately, a lot of people turn to drugs and suicide in our business. And we don't know if that is a direct effect of that, but it's probably not helping.
Right.
Yeah.
Earlier you mentioned you were in the Army. Shout out, to you, all the vets.
Thank you guys for your service.
Thank you.
And I know after you got out of the Army, you moved to Atlanta to pursue acting. Can you talk a little bit about like that thought process, like what made you like? Because people were looking at like Army actor, like
how did that happen? Yeah. Quite a few people went from Army to acting. I know what's the guy? He was in Star Wars.
He played KO.
Kylo Ren. He was a military guy. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, okay. For me, man, when I got to Atlanta was a music scene. So I tried my hand in music first. I said, let me see if I can manage a group or something. I tried to put together a group, but that didn't work out because none of the guys really was focused. And, I was barbering for a while. I was a barber. That's how I got to meet Will Packer, Rob Hardy, all these guys. They was working in a barbershop and they would come in. And I never thought about acting. I remember one day I was depressed. I was in the barbershop. I was cutting hair. I've been doing it for a few years, running the barbershop. I was depressed. And a good friend of mine, Chris Bryant, he worked at the radio station at the time, B103. He would come every Tuesday or whatever, get his hair cut. And he said, well, you all right? I said, he said, you good? I said, oh, I feel a little down, man. I just got to figure out, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to do something else. He said, what do you want to do? And I paused and said, I want to act. He said, well, go do it. So that Friday, I packed my stuff up. I packed all my stuff up, quit the job, and I went to act full time. And I came back next week to part time to another shop. But that was it shifted, right? The bills, right. But it shifted my mindset of okay, you're here only for a limited time. You better figure out what you want to do and go do that, and figure out a way. So now I'm able to not be. I hadn't been a barber since 2011, so I've been able to do this full time among other things. I tell my young mentee now, Amar, he's 20, so he's trying to figure out how to balance this and still act. And I said, man, you hadn't found your barbershop yet. You got to find your barbershop. That means, and Townsend, I keep going back to Townsend, I learned so much from this guy. He told me, he said, 9 to 5, he said, I'm on a night shift. He said, 9 to 5, you got to pay your bills, work the job. He said, but from 5 to however long you want to go, that's your time to chase the dream. And that's real.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You talked about one of your mentors, Amar, but you also have a mentorship program with kids.
Yes.
So could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, the Men of Mathis. Big shout out to Dr. King. Charles King is one of the top producers in Hollywood right now. A great guy. He's up. His film Black Messiah, just Black Messiah for an Oscar right now. Right. Big shout out to Charles. He's the reason I'm on Netflix and everything. So, but his dad is
shout out to Dr. Charles.
Yes, his dad is Wynton King, and he started this mentoring program where we go into Mathis Elementary every Thursday morning when we were able to go to school, and we sit and have breakfast with the 4th and 5th graders. Okay. All the boys, and just sit there and talk to them. And you don't realize how many of these kids are coming from broken homes, and you see the ones who are truly there for breakfast because they probably ain't nothing at home. Right. And I remember one morning, one kid came on and he was sitting in the chair, and one kid came from the table with his breakfast, was like, "Get out my chair! Get out my chair!" And he's ready to fight over his chair. And I was like, well, what is this? Where's this aggression coming from? But that carries over into adulthood. And that's what we run around shooting each other. That's got to stop. So it's so important to help them resolve issues and deal with emotions. We're talking about the emotional stuff. Absolutely. Like some kids just come to school ready with this attitude, this chip on their shoulder because they dealing with so much at home. So that's why I got involved in it. I've been doing it for 2 years now. We haven't really done it over the pandemic, but Dr. King's been really thinking about some ways to still incorporate it. Hopefully we'll get back with them soon. But it was probably the most important thing, man, because you see the kids that you have an impact on, and you see them like later at the store or something, and they're gone on to 6th grade, 7th grade, and hey, and just see these kids that are doing okay. Right. One of them lived in my neighborhood. I go out there and play basketball with him one time, and he's like, "You cut my skull." I said, "Okay, yeah, right." So you just, man, it's important to be there for these young black males.
That's real.
We need it. We need it.
As a working actor, I am curious at what you found the most surprising about the profession of being an actor.
You know how many people it takes to just make a movie? It's so, to make a really good movie and to have some longevity in this, man, you gotta always hire the right people, and it's a mix of things. I think that so many of us see the end product, but we don't know what they went through to get to that point. And it's a lot of long, cold nights. I remember I was doing a movie with Al Pacino called Hangman. I'm in the water with this wetsuit on, freezing at 6 a.m. in the morning in the Chattahoochee, and that's when people were worrying about like getting bacteria. I said if I fall down, if I fall down here, because the director kept Johnny Martin. I worked on 2 of his films, and he told me, he said, "Go deeper, Dwayne, deeper." and I was trying not to go deeper. You know, it was cold as on. It was 37 degrees.
Right. I mean,
I'm in a
you know what's
wetsuit.
in this water.
Right, in the filthy Chattahoochee. So
Right.
I said, please don't fall down. I was just telling myself, please don't fall down. And we were pulling a car out of the lake to so Al Pacino and what's my guy from the boys, the main guy from the boys. You know what I'm talking about? Main guy.
Homelander.
Yeah.
Oh,
He,
okay.
not Homelander.
Oh,
On the boys squad. I forgot his name.
Oh, the Australian.
Yeah.
don't know his
He was in
name.
the same scene. It was me, him, Al Pacino, a couple of people.
Oh, okay.
And we pulling the car out of the water to get up to the top of the hill so they can look at it and they get the scene. He breaks the scene, breaks the mirror, a window. But so as we get it out, we did like 20 takes, man. It's freezing. The kid with me, he's an extra. His first real job. Wow. He's just shaking. You see, he's turning blue on him. I was like, this is crazy. It's cold. So what happened was, I was getting out one time and I fell and cut my finger and just blood just gushing out. I said, this is where I die.
This is it. This is it.
I got the bacteria. I got the bacteria.
It's in my body.
This is the
So
beginning
that's
of the story.
just stuff like that, man.
Wow.
It just takes, you know. And I was on Hunger Games, man. It was so hot. We had to be in those peacekeeper costumes.
Oh, yeah.
Kids were passing out left and right. You know, it was so many kids because I didn't realize how big the Hunger Games was because I'd never heard of it. It's a book series.
Right.
And thank God I did it. But we were out there in Chelsea, North Carolina, somewhere, one of those small towns, and they had all these kids, and they were just dropping left and right, man. You look around, these kids were passing, they were just pushing another kid up front.
Right.
Passing out, pushing another kid up front.
Wow.
Do you have what it takes?
It was truly the Hunger Games. It was truly the Hunger
Games.
Games. Man, it was 100-something degrees, and we went in boots, and I feel sweat running down my neck and back,
Right.
and I was just saying, please don't pass out, because I knew if I passed out, that was a wrap for me, and I had to be on set for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Man,
that
that's wild.
it was tough. It was tough.
So with that being said, kind of, you're also a filmmaker. Among being in the films, over 70 credits that you've been a part of, right? IMDb credits, right?
Yeah.
Well, clearly more than that.
Of course, commercials and industrials, and so many of those. Man.
Right. My question is, how do you kind of maintain your relationships in the industry and at the same time outside of the industry, in your personal life?
Yeah. That's a balance, man. I think just being a genuine person on set. I used to try to go to set and try to fit in, because you're the guest star of a show, or you're the the day player on a project, and you don't really know everything. I got this report, you come in, you feel awkward and weird. But I just found it's okay. You're here to do a job. Just be a normal person and not try to do anything. Just do your job and leave and be nice to everybody. That's the trick there. How you balance that. And if you strike a rapport with somebody, then you become cool. Great. But I never try to force anything. You know what I'm saying? I learned it very early in this business. You're gonna try to force it, it's gonna look forced, and they're gonna be like, all right, this person. I got real cool with my man from a Living Single, Kyle from Living Single. We worked on Uncle Drew together.
T.C. Carson.
Yes, TC, my boy, and we worked on Uncle Drew together, and we sat together for 3 days on set, and we just started talking. He was telling me stories about Living Single, his career. He's got an amazing story. You guys probably should have him on your podcast one day.
I would love to have T.C. Carson here. I'm a huge fan.
Let's try to make that happen. He's a real cool dude. But just being a person, we just started talking and we laughed a lot. It was just great to be around because I grew up watching Living Single.
Same.
So that's the balance that you have to have on set. Is just be a person and do what you're told, and then producers and everything I meet on these sets, they're so immersed in what they're doing. You really can't be like, hey, I'm just here's my information. That's not the time to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
That'll get you fired quicker than anything.
Yeah. I was back when I was an extra on Alvin and the Chipmunks 4.
Yes.
I found that it was just not the best place to always just
What happened? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do?
I was a construction worker.
Okay.
I had to bring a big wood plank. It was like the opening scene of the movie.
Oh, nice.
No, it's not, because I was covering it. I had it like down here because one of the other actors, this is my first time acting in a thing. So they were like, hey man, make sure you bring the wood down so they can see your face. I'm like, oh cool, that's a good extra tip. And then so I did it right here the first time, and then the director's like, cut! Excuse me, can you like bring the wood plank over here to where we just see your hand, your fingertips?
And you know what? I thought they were your fingers.
It was.
I was like, your hands look
That sucks,
familiar.
isn't it?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was your shot. That was your moment right there. It took away from
That
you.
was my first one.
Yeah, it took it away. That's good. It happens, man. It happens. But as far as being outside of business, I was telling you earlier, man, you just gotta be honest with everybody that, hey, some days you're going to see me, some days you're not going to see me.
Right.
It's a long, hard grind, hustle, and you got to respect that. And anybody you're in a relationship with, they got to understand that.
Oh, these are like relationships like outside of
business, yeah. And then, like I said, I've made friends over the years and just maintain a relationship. Like Will Packer's a good friend of mine. He won the Super Bowl with my Chiefs, so of course I had to call him and congratulate him. It's never a great call, but he's a great guy, man. And he's just watching him and Rob just take off and become these big superstar producers and directors is amazing, man.
Yeah, powerhouses, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in your current opinion, we got this whole Panasonic outside. There's a lot of stuff. It's really changing the fabric of a lot of work arenas.
Right.
Is now a good or bad time to be an actor?
It is, but with the pandemic has come in and, it changed some things. But before that, it was great. Now it's starting to get back. But what I'm seeing now is they want, I talk to my agent, Rick Estimate, over at People Store all the time about this. Rick and Rebecca and Brenda, great agency, I love People Store. But they're looking for slash people who produce, write, direct, da-da-da-da-da. Now it's more marketable. You know what I'm saying? Because you're using roles to a lot of times social media people now.
Influencers.
Yeah, because that means faces and numbers and all this other stuff. So it's
Do you
great
think that
time.
might hurt the art? Sorry to cut off.
I think still the great art will find its way. But you're gonna have a lot. And I'm not knocking the social media people because they do what they do.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think you're gonna have to figure out a way to be a lot more creative when approaching the business. And not just walk around and send line with a headshot. Those days are over with.
Right.
So you better be able to write. But the Issa Rae has shown the way. Tyler Perry has shown the way.
Right.
Whether you like the content or not, they're doing it on a high level because they created their own. Tyler brought his own audience.
Right.
So I respect this. I get to work with him quite a bit. I've done some stuff over there on shows. I've did photography for them guys over there. Great. He just runs a tight ship, man. When I got over there and I was very impressed with his flow. He's very military over there. I was.
Right here.
Let me tell you something. I have never been on any production that was that put together. It's so regimented that.
I hear if there's like a PA or something, they have like a task to go take this from A to B. You better be sprinting from A to B on their production line.
That's military.
They don't play as far as
he's time crunch.
Yeah.
What was really dope, man.
Pros and cons, obviously, but
I was over there shooting Have-Nots. And I was in my room waiting, and they had some like little small hotel room for you to wait in. And I was waiting. And I said, food was amazing, but he would have people come to your room and run lines with you. Wow. Nobody does that.
Wow.
And then it was one of my former students who came around. I was like, oh, hey, what you doing here? And we just come by and make sure I said, this is top notch. Wow. So when you get the set, you got 2 takes to get that.
Right.
And you better know your lines.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he did the prep work.
Yeah, there's no reason for you not to come and set on your lines.
Right.
Do you have like a dream role in mind?
Yeah. Anything Marvel. Anything Marvel. Hey, put it out there. Put it out there.
You got to.
I got cast as Iron Man in Iron Man 3.
You got cast as Iron Man?
No, not Iron Man. No, I didn't. I wish.
Hold on.
I wish. In Iron Man 3. But here's I got a story for that. I got cast in Iron Man 3. Jackie Birch, love Jackie. She's cast regular. She's been in the game for a long time. Cast 16 Candles and Come to America. That's how long Jackie's been in the game. Wow. Jackie's one of the GOATs, truly. But she cast me in Iron Man 3. Well, she got me cast in Iron Man 3 with the process, and I booked it. And the day I was leaving that Thursday, I was supposed to be in Wilmington where we were filming that Thursday. I'm laying in bed, give me a little nap before I go. I get a call, and it says People Store. And I say, this can't be good. I'm supposed to be on set. Hello, Brenda said, hey, Dwayne, Jackie hates to do this to you, but they're cutting you out the film because Robert Downey broke his foot. I was like, I'm already here. I'll do anything. I'm here. That was my Iron Man shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm Iron Man. That was like the dream. I was Iron Man. And I'm a big Jon Favreau fan, and he's the one that jump-started the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Mandalorian?
Come on, man. So I was thinking he was going to beat. I'm finally going to meet Jon. I made my first movie 4 minutes based off his movie Made, which is an independent film that's a comedy that I said I want to tell my story like that, and that's what became 4 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marvel would have been. I think Marvel now, but I even take Mandalorian, Star Wars. Yeah. You can do that, make that happen.
Right. Any Disney affiliate.
Any day, there we go. I got to work with Disney on Our Life of Timothy Green, which was dope.
Okay.
I was on set for a couple weeks for that. I got to work with Common, Jennifer Garner, really sweet. Just a whole cast, man. I got to talk to Ron Livingston for Office Space for a bunch of days. Yeah, we talked about Office Space, which is one of my favorites.
Right.
So that was a nice experience, man. When I tell you what, we did the table reading in this big airport hangar. I'll tell you the buffet they had, the food they had spread out in there.
Airport hangar?
It was like I think it was like an airport, if I remember.
because that was a set.
No, we were just table read. Just table read. Right, so we had this big U-shaped table read, and when I tell you, they had a sea of snacks, food, desserts, anything you wanted was on that table. I was like, this is great. Yeah, this is it. Man. I like Timothy Green. It was dope. It was a good experience, man.
You got anything else?
Oh no, that's luck.
Okay.
You good? I got this is my last question. We'll get out of here. You mentioned what was the name of your film? Your
4
film?
minutes. 4 minutes. Romantic comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what were some of your most difficult moments creating filmmaking?
It was so many, man. But I think the biggest moment for me was just waking up every day, getting the day done. You know what I'm saying? Just getting through your day. You know, shout out to Getting Your Nugs, Trip Norton, John Wheatley, a lot of people that helped on that, man. But it was just, you know, to write something. Me and Charles Saunders wrote it. We co-wrote it together. Charles was really spearheading, and I was just there to make sure we got finished, because Charles was talented enough to just write the first film. And just waking up every day, man. And Orlando McLeod, Delphine Head, they put the money up. 2 doctors that put the money up, and you know, I had $20,000 of somebody else's money. I was terrified. I said, okay,
that's wild.
And just not being able to finish a movie, and they don't give you $20,000.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it got nominated ABFF out of 600 films. 600 films. We were in the top 4. We went to Miami. That's why I met Sinai.
I went there ABFF 2 years ago.
Yeah,
2019.
And Jeff Friday, they do a great job down there, man. I'm alumni. It's great down there. And I got some meetings to go out to LA. Will Packer introduced me to Amber Raspberry at the rap party at Fountain Blue. Live, and Will said, "Hey man," Will was dancing up on some section.
That kind of stuff happened.
Yeah. He was like, Will was like, "Hey, come here, man, come here. This is Amber. Amber just." She had saw the movie. She was an executive for Tyler Perry at the time.
Oh, okay.
At 34th Street Film. She said, "I love what you did. Come out to LA. I want to set some meetings up for you." And that flew me to LA. So,
wow, that's dope.
Yeah, so that was great, but the hard part was just finishing, because I finished the movie. I didn't know what the hell I had. I just had a bunch of scenes.
Yeah.
Thank God to Steve Keller, the editor, and the phenomenal talent we had in the movie. Everybody that was a part of that film. Steve put together a beautiful movie, and it got nominated.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and we got a deal on Amazon.
That's dope. Yeah, I mean, myself as a filmmaker,
Yes.
you know, it's just the craziest
You know
thing.
the grind. You know the grind.
No, because truly, because you know, I think we wrote it in December and kind of just gave ourselves some dates.
Nice.
And then after we got done writing, we're like, all right, cool. We starting on Saturday. It was like, all right, cool. Waking up, I'm like, I'm about to go shoot a movie today. It's kind of dope, you know.
Right.
A movie that you know I had taken and writing and stuff like that. So having seeing the whole process. It's kind of amazing. Even right now, you know, we're in that post-production phase.
It's the hardest. That's what
it's the hardest part.
That's where it's really made.
You know,
it ain't what you shoot, it's what you got to edit and how they can make it a story.
Exactly.
All the little tricks and stuff you got to do to
Even the first getting the film, getting the scenes right, because it's not like the film until it's made, but getting the scenes and then I was looking at them like, okay, this is a scene, this is a scene. None of this is a movie yet, but
you know, and it's 2 type of editors too. There's a creative editor and a technical editor. Make sure you get a creative editor, because the creative editors can really make that film pop. Anybody can edit stuff together. You know, we can edit stuff together, but you need somebody who can tell a story on that end, and that's what Steve Keller does. He's the senior editor over at CNN, so it's just a blessing. I've been knowing Steve. It's because it's here, barbershop.
Oh, okay.
Another barbershop connect, you know.
Message to Siri: learn how to cut hair.
Yeah, immediately.
ASAP.
It wouldn't hurt.
Also, my barber can't find him.
What do you mean?
He just stopped answering it. He's not on the website no more.
Oh wow.
He
might have retired. He might have retired.
He might have had that moment you had. Like, you know what? I'm
done.
gonna go be an actor.
I'm good. Yeah.
I can tell you, I got a higher caliber barber because I was like, oh, is he in jail? That was my first thought.
Last time I heard from him, he was like, "Yo, man, you want to start a T-shirt business with me?" And I was like, "Dog, you already found your calling, dog."
Obviously not.
He is out here slanging in t-shirts.
Absolutely not. He said, "Look, I'm out." You know, man, and you know what? You get burned out cutting hair, man. Imagine every day you got to create art on demand for a certain amount of money every day.
That's wild.
It is. You know, you got to feel like it. You know, you better be passionate about it. Some people just love barbering. I didn't love it like that. I knew I had a problem when people come to the barbershop for me to cut their hair, and I'd be like, Mike, why don't you go to him? He's open. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Go to him. Yeah, man, he's much better than me. Go to him.
That's hilarious. You know what we got to do now?
What's that? Oh yeah, we letting it burn. Get
Let
up
it
out
burn.
here.
Okay.
Doing this thing. You ready?
No.
You know what you want to?
I'm gonna let y'all go, and then I'll have
You don't know what you?
No, he's not ready because your Bronesia acting up again.
What's wrong?
Because before we do Let It Burn, we got to do white shit.
Hold on for a second.
What is that?
White shit. We got white shit. Wait, what is that? What is white shit?
Things that white people do.
Because white people be doing a lot of shit.
They be doing a lot of
bro. I don't know
shit.
if
Y'all
you
been
know.
busy.
They be doing a lot of white shit.
Yes.
This week in white shit.
Yes.
Have you heard? Did you vote?
Yeah, I voted.
Okay, well, did you vote?
I voted.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to vote in the future because this voting bill SB 202.
Yeah, some bullshit.
It's trying to.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah.
Could you?
Yeah.
Because I can't.
Oh yeah, I'll go.
Because you know when I get started.
Yeah.
Do you think?
For those of you who have been paying attention to what's been going on in Georgia legislature, Recently, they rushed the bill through. Brian Kemp and 6 of his demons. They rushed this bill through, essentially giving them full control over the state, over like county election boards, outlawing, like making it a felony to like give people water or food. Like now, when you turn in like an absentee ballot, you have to show like an ID. I don't even think you can vote on Sunday anymore now.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, like they're trying to stop really like black churches from doing a lot of things. It's kind of crazy.
They also they made it to where anybody they can have like an unlimited. Any citizen can make an unlimited amount of challenges to a particular count.
Yes,
which is the most wildest thing.
It's crazy.
And once again, when I was watching the bill like go through, did you see the black woman that was arrested because she was trying to get into do her job and she like knocked on the door. Police officer arrested her outside of them signing the bill. Yes. Like some kind of what the hell are they doing?
Crazy.
It's like it was like some George Wallace back of the signing like racist civil rights bills back in the day. I'm like, yo, what y'all doing?
They big mad. That's all. They just trying to get back. That's what it is.
Republicans can't win with policy, so they have to destroy the people that don't vote for them.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Queen Stacy, she's coming for you.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm volunteering to be at the poll and make sure everything running. No, I'm the volunteer. Come on.
You volunteer?
I got it. Yeah. I'd be like, we don't need you. Come on, I got it.
They're doing too much.
We gotta make sure that it's
because you can't give people water and snacks.
It's a felony.
That's wild.
But you know what? I thought about it.
Okay.
I can't give people water or snacks. But he loved guns, so I'm gonna give people water guns. Get your water gun. It's in. You got it. Right. Make sure y'all fall out of here.
Right. Yeah, because Kemp was on that. He was the governor that on his campaign trail. He had the commercial where he had like a shotgun pointed at like a teenager that was dating his daughter in his commercial, and I was like, this dude gonna become governor. Like I could see
that was the most ridiculous campaign, and they went for that.
That won.
That was his campaign.
Speaks to the people.
Also, it speaks to the voter suppression he was doing before he became Georgia as Secretary of State. But who's got time for more white shit?
It's okay though. You can try everything you want.
Yeah.
Okay? You never win when you play dirty.
Yeah.
In the words of Nene Leakes.
Yeah. Shout out to Nene. So after white shit.
Now go ahead.
Then we do.
Yes, you're on trend.
Okay.
All right.
Now it's time for our Let It Burn segment.
Yes.
Which you guys are definitely ready for. Before we do get to Let It Burn, make sure that you guys reach out to us, listen to any of our old episodes if you want to. We're on all your streaming platforms, Spotify, Google Play Music. Oh wait, I'm sorry, YouTube Music because but Apple Podcasts, Anchor, all the things. Also, feel free to go to our website, the Audacity JME and Warren.com. You can reach out to us at the Audacity JME and Warren at gmail.com. Hit our Twitter, the Audacity Podcast, our Instagram, the Audacity Jamie and Warren. I don't know if you're seeing a trend there, but you should be able to find us if you really want to.
Yes.
What we got next? I don't know.
Let it burn.
We just go home. Oh, let it burn. Oh, okay, cool. Warren, you know what you let it burn yet?
I do.
Talk to me.
All right, this happened to me recently, and I just want to clear some shit up. What I'm letting burn is people expecting me to be a super gay. Okay, I'm sick of it. It's a lot of fucking pressure.
You gotta go on.
I'm a regular gay. I can't. People be asking me, can you braid my hair? Can you style me? Can you decorate my house? Do you know that? No, I don't fucking know. No, I can't do none of that shit.
Somebody asked you to decorate their house?
People ask me shit like that. Somebody
they just assume that you know.
They want to be like, hey, Warren, do you braid hair? No, I don't. Why would you? No, you ain't never heard me talk about braiding hair. You ain't never seen me in a shop. I'm not that kind of gay. I can't do that shit. I'm sick of it, y'all. I'm sick of the stereotypes. No.
He's a regular gay.
RG.
RG.
I just had to get it out of my chest. I'm exhausted.
Okay.
All right, what you letting burn?
I think I'm gonna let burn segregation, bro. So specifically, one, racism segregation, obviously, right? But also kind of compartmentalizing all the different areas of my life, kind of like kind of keeping them separate. Even the acting life with thank you for being on the podcast also, and now kind of coming into the podcast room and kind of just it's like a bigger acceptance of myself, like kind of just saying all these things are all things, right? Exactly, and also after this vaccine situation, I heard some people kind of speculate that they might be requiring vaccines in the future for traveling and even like going back to school and kind of different things. Yeah. And I'm kind of foreseeing like I'm kind of curious as to what that like world is going to be looking like, because there's still going to be some people that don't get the vaccine for their beliefs and other things. And it's going to create. I think there was like a sports event that they're thinking about hosting, where it's going to have a vaccine-only section.
Wow.
Which will point to the caste system that we were talking about earlier a little bit. So it's just kind of like an interesting thing. So I'm letting segregation.
Wait for vaccine-only parties, vaccine-only. I can't wait.
It's going to be a wild time.
I'll be in there.
But yeah, that's me. Dwayne, you know what you're letting burn?
Yeah, I'm letting burn. I'm really stopping to worry about what people think so much. You know what I'm saying? That's the hardest thing for me, because I'm always considering what they're thinking. Even if I'm out, like I was out Thursday night, and normally, man, get a couple drinks in, you feeling nice. But I said, you know what? I would be hesitant about walking up to people, introducing myself, and I was proud. I really was more aggressive about that this week. Right. Just having to not worrying about the getting turned down aspect. That's the one thing that stops people from approaching people, because you don't want to get turned down. But so what? Yeah. If you do, so what? So I think that's the biggest thing I'm letting burn. I'm doing more of that.
Okay.
And the payoff has been great.
Take that and put that in here.
Yeah,
awesome,
the payoff's been great. I actually was able to meet some nice people because of that. Normally I would be like, nah, I'm overthinking it. I'm just let her come. You know what I'm saying? And they don't ever come. So if you got to be the person that goes, hey, this is what I want. This is what how you doing? What's your name? And even if they say, hey, I respect that. Keep it moving.
Yeah. I receive that. You know what? I know that's the universe talking through you.
Okay.
I'm going to do what I was planning on.
Absolutely.
I'm going to sneak onto Odell's compound. Be aggressive.
Do what you got to do, man.
Don't get locked up, though.
Okay, that's also...
He ain't saying about jail.
The Audacity ain't got nothing to do with bail, bro. But Dwayne, thank you so much for being on.
Man, I had a blast, man. This is awesome, man. This is awesome.
I can't even really express like how appreciative I am. We are for you having on.
It's all good.
But I was been going to your class about 6 months or something like that, and kind of just seeing how you operate. One in like your entrepreneurial aspects and all the different realms, and even like how just open you are with your time and like your talent that just like in kind of giving that and so offering to other people. So I really appreciate that.
No problem,
thank you for being yourself. Real quick, you also have a day in DeKalb County.
Yes. February 27th is Dwayne Boyd's Premier Access Network Day. They actually did a whole proclamation, everything, man. Yeah, I got
congratulations.
Thank you, man. To not be from here and come back here and get your own day, man. That's. But I love DeKalb, man. It's one area I feel like as black folks we come and support and everything else, because you don't get that throughout the country, man.
Right.
You just don't. I'm from the Midwest, and it's hard for us to come together a lot, man. And I hate to say that about my city, but I love Kansas City, but we got to do a better job of supporting each other, man, and not tearing each other down. And that's what I see in DeKalb. I see, we got some problems here too, but
for sure.
But I think for the most part, man, DeKalb has just been home.
That's dope. If the people want to reach you, where can they find you?
Oh, okay. You can go to PremierActionNetwork.com. You can go to DwayneBoydPhotography.com. Check out some photography. Also, I'm on social media as Dwayne Boyd Photography, and Facebook is Dwayne Boyd, and Twitter is Dwayne Boyd. So.
Okay. Hit him up.
Yeah.
The legend.
Okay,
Icon.
Get y'all kids in them classes.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
With that being said, you got anything else?
No.
All right. Until the future.
That's it.